Hello everyone, this is my digital showcase of the tool. What tool is it? Who created it? And how does it work? Well, this is the tool I selected. This is Padlet. Padlet is a digital tool that allows you to create your own AI-generated online bulletin boards, which you and your students can work on and interact with. Padlet was originally founded in 2008, known as the company's Wallwisher, by its creator and CEO, Nitesh Goliath. Since then, he and his team have been evolving it since 2012 into its current version, which uses AI to help create digital bulletin boards and reduce the paper and pencils. Padlet works by providing you with the tools and resources and templates to help create online bulletin boards for your class. There are many possibilities that you can create using Padlet, from discussion board posts to classroom warm-ups like Rosebud Thorn and many more. So now let's ask, how could this tool be used to enhance learning in a K-12 setting? Well, let's use the example of learning with a map. So, to show your, let's say you're using an old style map. Show your students where key historical locations are. You can roll down that old map, read the very small print, and physically point to the locations. Then each student will have to come up, see the location where it is, write it down, or take a picture of it. However, using a Padlet, you can make a digital map. You can now pinpoint the locations, add descriptions of the location, put in a video, and so forth on each location too. You can also customize the map by changing its fonts, changing the map colors to help other students see, and getting rid of other map details like rivers and roads, or adding them back in. It's up to you. The map can either be shown in class by projecting on screen from your computer, or you can share it to your students for their devices by either sending a link, QR code for them to scan, and so forth. Then the students can access it and interact with it too. Padlet has now enhanced map learning by providing each student with their own digital map and the ability to interact with it and learn how to use a digital map. Now, let's talk about its key features and why it's useful for teachers and students. The first key feature I find with Padlet is all of these options and templates for making different bulletin boards. It's not just traditional bulletin boards either. The maps, pros and cons lists, timelines, schedules, chores lists, and that's just to name a few. Another key feature is the students can interact with the bulletin board. Students can access it from their own device, which can help them review for assignments, create posts on the board, and so forth. The last key feature is customization of the boards. Teachers can change many aspects of the board like fonts, size, color, and how the content is organized. It'll help teachers create new and exciting bulletin boards that will help encourage students to learn. Using Padlet will help students grow in their digital education elsewhere, from using their digital education, from using AI ethically to generate ideas, to getting used to creating work online instead of using glue sticks and colored pencils and other things outdated now. Now, how accessible is the tool for diverse learners? Are there any challenges or limitations? Well, the first limitation is with the free model, you can only make 3 bulletin boards, which is not a lot. Now, you can't customize them, which can expand how much you can use them, but 3 is a very small number. You can pay more and you can get more. Now, the students also have to have an account for Padlet to access the bulletin boards. This, in my opinion, is another limitation because other digital resources like Kahoot do not require your students to make an account. Padlet also has limited accessibility settings, which makes it hard for diverse learners to access. You can change the language in your own user settings. You can also enable keyboard shortcuts. It has a high contrast mode, a reduced motion mode, but that's it. There's no text to read out loud options. There's no image to text. Like if I had an image of Julius Caesar, it wouldn't say, oh, this is Julius Caesar for my students who cannot see the image. They'd have to have someone come up next to them and say, hey, that's a picture of Julius Caesar. That's a problem. Another problem is when you do the language translation, it only does the basic information. For example, when I change my language to German, back to the map, it changes the map locations, but it doesn't change what I had written in there. It only translates it. And this is not just the same thing with maps. It also happened with my timeline. As you can see here, it's still all in English. That's a problem, because this is providing a language barrier to the students who cannot read English and is stopping them from experiencing these wonderful digital bulletin boards. Change my settings back to English. Also, another challenge with Padlet, with the free to use model, is there's no content safety management. What that means is I can pull up anything I want into this little picture. And some of that could be stuff that's not safe for school, and that's a big problem. It also means students can access the stuff not safe for school and AI can generate it. Also, the last challenge of Padlet is a heavy reliance on AI generated content, which can produce false content that needs fact checking that you need to do, which adds more work to your already busy schedule and reduce your own and your students' creativity by solely relying on AI. Now, let's talk about an example of a teacher using this tool in a lesson. Well, let's say the lesson's on the Roman Empire. They're not quite understanding it, and they need something to help them organize their content and keep it streamlined. Well, you would make a timeline. This will help students learn about the rise, how it started, its rise to power, and what happened to it. This will provide a visual representation. The timeline will provide a visual representation and a list of key events that led to Rome's downfall. It will also be a resource to help students keep the events organized and to see how each event progresses into each one. The teacher can also place the digital timeline in a digital Google Slides presentation or PowerPoint presentation on Rome. And that is it. That is Padlet and all of its wonderful things, challenges, and limitations. I hope you all enjoyed the video.